What's going on, guys? It's Nick here, back with another video. Today, 14 team PPR mock draft, normal roster settings on Fantasy Football Calculator, and I was doing this on SleeperBot, and then the computer wasn't working, it wasn't auto picking everyone, so I have to move on to here. It's a little bit quicker, the time between picks, so I'm not always going to be able to say exactly what I want, but I wanted to do 14 team league because it was requested, and we can talk about some of the guys going later in the draft. And I know some of you do play in 14 team leagues, and the strategy is a little different. We're going to see. I haven't done a mock draft yet in PPR, but it is slightly different than standard, although I'll say it's closer than like an 8-team league is. The strategy is much different in 8-team league. So we're going to see how the draft rolls out. Picked 7 just so that we're in the middle. Didn't have to wait like the wraparound, although it's just going to auto-pick everyone, so it doesn't really matter. But just 7. I don't know. Felt like a good number. We got about a minute and a half till this one starts. Updates on the channel. Remember, we have the giveaway. Follow us on Twitter. In the description down below is their handles. And then you just have to be subscribed to the channel. Be giving away an 8x10 Martavis Bryant photo and then signed photo from him. And then we're going to be doing this giveaway every time we hit a new milestone. So next one's going to be 15,000 subscribers. Going to be doing another sort of giveaway. Don't know exactly what it is yet, but obviously we'll let you know when that happens. And also thank you guys. We hit 10,000 subscribers over the weekend, which is crazy. Never thought we'd get that far. That's a crazy amount of people, and we're adding every day. So thank you guys for being awesome. Can't believe we've hit 10,000 already. We're gonna keep going, keep pumping out these videos, 5 a week until I want to say like the second week in August, and then it's going to be every day. Every day there's going to be videos, so look forward to that. We're not going to get many people in this draft. We got DB here. No one really mock drafts in 14 team leagues, but like I said, SleeperBot was broken, and then Fantasy Pros, I haven't used it recently, but the ADPs were a little off. I like the ADPs the most on this one, although one thing I also want to point out is there's 2 Ronald Jones right now on this site. So he'll go early and then he'll go again late. I don't know if it's a bug. I don't know if it's been fixed, but as of like 2 days ago, there's 2 Ronald Jones. So it's a little strange. But start of the draft. Gurley, Zeke, Bell, AB, DJ, Kamara. That's pretty much how drafts go right now. The clear-cut pick for me is Saquon Barkley. You guys have heard me say I'm taking Saquon over Antonio. I'm taking him over Kamara. I have him at 5. I just think the opportunity that he's going to see and just how gifted he is as an athlete, I can't pass up on that, especially at 7. But I'm not passing up on that even in 5, in PPR or in Standard. He's incredible, and he's going to get a ton of receptions. They're going to feed him. He's going to be the goal line back. So many opportunities for him. And what should be an improved offense, I know Manning's awful, but it should be an improved offense. So I like that pick, and it saves us because if I take in a wide receiver, I kind of need to go running back in these picks, and it dies off a lot quicker in a 14-team league. So I do like that, but I kind of want to get an elite wide receiver and it looks like we're going to get one. There's 3 picks left, and 3 picks until us, and there's 3 wide receivers that I'd be fine with at that spot. Running backs, Freeman, McCoy. Probably wouldn't touch Howard here. Mixon. It would probably be Freeman or McCoy. And then, obviously I'd prefer AJ Green. Okay. I think that's a solid start. It's Freeman or AJ Green, but in this big of a league, I kind of want to lock up one of each. I don't want to not have an elite wide receiver. So if I start off Saquon and AJ Green, that's a good start. I wanted to touch on Gronk here as well. I may have done it in a different video, but I was doing the premium rankings for Gronk, and there he goes. I would say in a 12-team league, 3rd round. I've had a few people ask me, so I wanted to mention that. 3rd round for Gronk in a 12-team league, that's when the risk is worth it. 2nd round, not so much, but this is a 14, so I think that was a fine pick there. So decent amount of wide receivers went, and a lot of ones that I like. We'll look at running back first. It's Penny, Geis, Michelle, or we go Ty. And for me, that's Ty at this spot. I like those running backs, but they come with risk, and I think Ty could produce even if he just had Brissett. But I'm of the belief that Luck comes back. I have no reason not to believe that, given that he's throwing again, given that they would not let him throw if he wasn't ready. That, to me, signals he's ready, he's coming back. And if he does come back, we haven't seen in the past that like people just don't come back from these injuries. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater, dude was like dead a little while ago. Like he almost lost his leg, and he's back. And just a shoulder for Luck, and it should be good to go. So I think Ty is a phenomenal pick in the third round. So I like that pick. So Barkley, Green, Ty. Okay. Running backs in this range. I love Kerryon Johnson, but obviously we're not taking him in the fourth round. But I really like him. Just want to see if anyone's buried. Doesn't look like it. So it's Royce Freeman, Jones, Michelle, Ajayi. Kind of the guys there. Alshon, man, if there's no way. If I got Alshon too, that'd be great. Because I see a big drop after Alshon to like this Cooks, Jones, Landry tier. And then it's like Hogan's kind of in that tier as well. Oh, yes. I like the 7 pick. Alshon's a great pick. He's better in standard. But in the fourth round of this size league, I just locked up wide receiver. So having AJ Green, Ty, Alshon, I should be good for wide receiver, and I can find some guys late. Now I just got to take shots at running back. And we can look at tight end a little bit earlier in these leagues because if you have a good one, it's a little bit more advantage because some guys are going to have some pretty bad tight ends. So we can look, but I think we can wait. I think we wait one more round and maybe snag Rudolph or Delaney Walker. So at running back, that's tough. I would prefer to also wait around and get Kerryon Johnson. It's Mac right now. That's too tough. I don't see anyone jumping out the page. Just see it wide receiver, no. So Funchess, Marlon Mack or Kerryon Johnson. Had to make a pick. I think Mack is the best pick there. Again, I'm high on the Colts just because I think Luck comes back. But even if he doesn't come back, we know Wilkins is going to take some early down work, but I don't think it's going to be that much. And then I think that Hines I really like as a PPR guy late, but he's not going to be an early downs guy. So if Mack beats out Wilkins, maybe Wilkins isn't that good. I mean, we don't know yet. If he beats him out, then he gets first and second down with some third down and probably goal line. But again, we have to see how that shapes out. But I think the risk is fine to take. And he's still really young. I want to say he's like 22. I think he's younger than some of the rookies this year. But we don't know. We don't know that offense entirely yet. That scares me. Already getting 2. So we would like Rudolph here. That's what we would like. Because I don't want to be the 14th person to draft a tight end and then have to go up against teams that have Gronk and Kelsey and Ertz, Olsen, Graham. Like that's tougher to do in a league this large. That's really unfortunate. So Rudolph goes to pick before, but we can get the running back that we want, which is pretty key. So we are going to wait a little bit later. We'll probably snag Vance, to be completely honest. We're not even going to look at quarterback or wide receiver because this is the guy that we want. Kerryon Johnson. I have 20 seconds to talk about him. The offensive line in Detroit is now much better. We know that LeGarrette Blount is not good. And we know that Theo is only third down. And we know that Kerryon Johnson is very young, but they drafted him pretty highly. So they want to use him. I'm not necessarily going to say he's going to get goal line over Blount. But remember, Blount has not been good as the goal line back in his career. People think he has because he got a ton of touchdowns, but he was very inefficient and just he's not that good of a goal line back, and he's really old and really slow. So no thank you to Blount. I'll take my Kerryon Johnson. Quarterbacks, still got plenty of them. We don't need to touch that. Do we take another shot on running back? I'm not taking that second Ronald Jones just because that's unrealistic. This is tough going really, really fast. How long do I have? 11 seconds. Probably going to take... I'd say it's Crowell at that pick. Hopefully I got that in time. I am not like some huge... I hope I caught it in time. Okay, I did. I'm not really a huge Crowell fan this season because he's on the Jets and they're not going to score much. But it's not like he has a ton of competition. And we know Bilal Powell's getting up there in age. So that's another just like kind of like a Mac pick. Like we don't know, but there's a chance that they just feed Crowell, given that they have nothing else in that offense, and that maybe he's just the best guy because we know Rawls is awful. Oh, that was the answer. I didn't write it down. That's unfortunate. I have it on my phone. Rawls was the answer to Friday's stat of the day. I didn't make a stat of the day. I didn't have time to think about it. Maybe I'll put one on the screen. I'll make a stat of the day. I'll put it right here to think about. I'm going to pull up this picture as well and make this next pick. Awesome. Clement. Again, we're not taking that one because that's not the real Jones. Oh, that's gross. It's just Clement. That's pretty gross as well. Okay. It's Lockett, but we can wait. Christian Kirk, but we can wait. Well, if this is the gross range, why don't we look at tight end? Oh my goodness. Oh, this is bad. We have 10 seconds. Clement. That was like the only pick that I saw that I would even want on my team. Oh, quickly. The winner of stat of the day, KDean 316. One stat of the day. There was like 2 people who got it right. Thomas Rawls was a running back with negative 0.5 or worse in every single grade for running backs last season. And again, I'll post the stat of the day right in the middle of the screen there. 30 seconds. Okay. Tight ends are really bad. But we're just going to take one here. No, we're not. We're not going to take one here. We're going to take another shot. Wide receiver. Let's take Rashard Matthews. I think that offense is going to be a lot better this year. And I know that I like Corey Davis, but I'll take the 2 as well. I think that Mariota had a bad season because they had a bad offense and just a bad offensive coordinator. New one now. I think that they're going to be much improved. So I really like Davis, I really like Walker, and I really like Rashard Matthews, and of course Mariota. Maybe we can look at, maybe we could have taken Luck there, but that would have been kind of risky going T.Y., Mac, and Luck. We can look at quarterback. We still got Mahomes and Winston and Mariota. Remember, those are the 3 guys we're targeting. And we've got, blah, blah, blah. Every team except for even team 13. Every team's taking a quarterback. So some will take 2, we know that. But every team's taking a quarterback. So we could wait, but I don't know that it's worth the risk waiting. So I'm just going to take my guy in Winston here. I love Winston. I have him ranked ahead of like a ton of these guys. I think we have him ranked like 8th or 9th for quarterbacks. He's just surrounded with talent now, and he's going to produce. He is going to smash his ADP this season. But I also love Mahomes because of also with his rushing ability, and just he'll chuck it deep, and he's got guys that can catch it deep. So also Martavis Bryant's suspended, or no, is he yet? Now I forget. I think he'll be suspended. We can still wait. Because I was thinking maybe just like wait for Clay or Cook. So I don't think we have to take Vance. We have 4 of each, running back or wide receiver. Wow. It's Barber, Dixon. I don't even know who those guys are. I would probably have to search for a name. It's Barber or Dixon. I would say for this team, I want the upside. So I'm going to take Dixon. You guys saw the top 5 video I did on Friday. Really, really like the upside of Dixon. In the small sample that we have seen him, He's been really good, but he's been suspended or hurt last year, and then the season before that he was hurt to start the year, and then he finished off very strongly. I think he has a chance to take over Collins as the lead back, which you're getting in the 11th round of 14-team league. So I think that's a ton of potential there. We remember the guys that I love late in wide receiver. It's Lockett. It's Kirk. I like D.D. Westbrook. I like Jordan Matthews, taking a shot on him, especially with Edelman being suspended. I mean, Matthews is probably going to be the slot. They're probably going to keep Hogan on the outside because, I mean, I guess it'll depend in camp. Like, Hogan and Matthews can both play the slot, but I would say that Matthews probably isn't as good as a fit on the outside. I think they'd rather pull him into the slot and then put Hogan on the outside with Malcolm Mitchell if they're running a 3-wide set. But they're probably also going to have a lot of running back shift to the slot. They'll probably have James White thrown out there sometimes or Sonny Michel. They'll be fine. They have plenty of weapons. So we don't have a tight end. We don't have a tight end yet. Stupid kickers. How many rounds are in this? 15 rounds. So we have 12, 13, 14, 15. We have 4 picks left. We need a defensive. Well, we don't actually have to. I took Dixon. Someone took Lockett. It's unfortunate. So we'll take Kirk here, I think. You could take Galladay. You could take Matthews. But I think Kirk, given that he's essentially the number 2, until we hear if my boy Bryce can beat him out, that'd be awesome because I'd much rather draft Bryce. But at this point, we have to assume, I guess, that Kirk's the number 2. So you just got the number 2 on an offense that will be starting with Bradford, but who knows how long he'll last. But it's starting with Bradford, and I mean, he runs his offense like peppering things down the field, so he could have a lot of receptions. Let's do tight end here. We still don't have to. We still don't have to do a tight end, so we can wait, I guess. We got 5 and 5, but running backs, I mean, Mack, Kerryon Johnson, Crowell, Clement, Dixon, Barkley. I'd say they're a little bit riskier, so we should probably try and take another shot. I could do Barber again, but I'd rather someone with a little bit more upside. I don't think these are ranked properly. I think there's some more guys down there that I don't have time to click through. I know I said I'm not pumped about Balaj, but let's take the upside of Balaj here. I know he's a decent pass catcher. I just think, like, Barber's a guy that early in the season you can put down and just get some points until we see how that shapes out. But he's not a guy that's just going to dominate. And if I'm taking my running back 6, I want someone who has just a chance. And I just don't think Barber has a chance. I think that he'll be good if you went RB0 and you just want someone to get you points. I think that's a perfectly good pick. I think it's a great pick. But I'm starting Barkley. I'm starting Kerryon Johnson. And then if I need someone else, I'm starting Mack. So I don't need someone to just get me some points. So that's why I like taking these guys later. I'm not pumped about his upside in particular because I think there's a lot of people in that offense. I think Gore's going to get some run. Gore's going to get some run. And then I think that Drake's the lead guy. But if something were to happen to Drake, or if they want to use Balaj out of the backfield as a receiver, because remember he's a good receiver, I think there's upside there. So 2 picks left. I still haven't decided if I'd rather have Clay or Jared Cook, but like I'm not pumped about either. So I'd probably just go with the upside of Vance. Remember, they've said that they want to get Vance more involved in that offense. Well, there goes that. Would have taken Vance just because of the upside. I mean, we saw in the playoffs when they use him, he's got a ton of reception upside. I guess you could take the upside of Howard. I mean, I don't see anyone else that I would even really consider. You could... I guess it's the upside of Howard. We all know that they like Brait and Brait's there, but at least there's a chance that Howard breaks out. Clay's safer. I guess it's do I want safety or upside with this pick? I guess 14-team league. I can't really risk tight end being a huge bust. I think both those picks are fine. I think you can pick whoever you want in that spot. And there's only one pick left. I'm not taking Frank Gore. I accidentally clicked that. So we'll run through and see who we need upside for. So AJ Green, T.Y., Alshon. Love that. Rashard Matthews, Kirk. And then we've got Barkley, Mack, Kerryon Johnson, Crowell, Clement, Dixon, Balaj. Okay. Gross. Now these aren't ranked properly. These are just random names. So you'd have to scroll through here and find a name that isn't ranked good. I mean, you could take. I can't even think of someone off the top of my head. Hearns was taken. I mean, we could take Malcolm Mitchell. Just for that off chance that he's progressing, and that they want to use him on the outside. But again, there's definitely people that if you had your rankings open, I just don't have our rankings open right now. There's absolutely people late that you could take. I just can't think, because I know this site only does it only ranks to a certain amount, and then these are just like random names. Like I'm sure if you scrolled randomly, you'd find someone worth drafting. On this site, you don't have enough time to do that. I could have also taken Bryce Butler if we're just hedging on the fact that I'll have to drop. Oh wait, that was the last round. I thought I had one more round. Yeah, so you do have to drop 2 of these last picks because you have to play a kicker and a defense in this league. So you would want to take a shot on a player that you're fine dropping, which would then be Bryce Butler. So that's probably actually the pick. You take Kirk and Butler. You know you have to drop 2 people. So if you find out, yep, Kirk's the number 2, you drop Butler. If you find out, actually Butler is dominating camp, then we're going to move him up, you drop Kirk. And then you just have to figure out which running back you drop between Dixon and Balaj, and then you've got a team you can start. So we'll run through it one more time. Ending team, Winston, who I think I've drafted every time, and I think you should draft in all of your leagues, but it's Winston, Mahomes, Mariota. So we've got Winston. Our starting lineup would be AJ Green, T.Y. Hilton, Barkley, Kerryon Johnson. Flex would be Alshon Jeffrey, and then we've got Charles Clay at the tight end, and then our bench would have Mack, Crowell, Clement, Rashard Matthews, Dixon, Balaj, Mitchell, who probably should have been Butler. I like that team. In a 14-team league, I think that's a very, very solid starting lineup. Again, I think Kerryon Johnson moves up a little bit in people's rankings once they figure out, oh, that's a really good offensive line. That's an offense that'll sling the ball around and that he could get receptions on. Remember, he could get receptions on first and second down, and Blunt's awful. So he's the guy. I like this team. Let me know how you guys think the team went. Comment section down below. That is the end of this one. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching.